I'll speak to you later.
Goodbye.
Clap to sync audio. That was awful.
Alright,
Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. Don't turn the recording off.
okay.
Because we've got to carry on recording.
Hello and welcome to the DAFTer Wednesday podcast.
Ooh.
Ooh.
New addition to our little series. An improved way of podcasting. We'll get more into that in a minute. I'm your host, George. I'm joined by my co-writer and fellow namesake, George.
Good evening.
And our favourite editor, Niall.
Alright.
So, Niall, tell us about football.
Oh shit, I said it back in the last one. It's still back. There's been one weekend of it. One game week. And it's alright. I didn't watch any of it. My team did quite well in the fantasy, but we'll get onto that. Anyone who did watch any want to say anything? Just sum it up.
West Ham are shit.
Okay.
Spurs are shit. Everton and Arsenal, they're alright. They're alright.
I mean, Spurs are very shit.
They're both getting relegated. It's fine.
Reckon they're still coming fifth, George?
No, I reckon they're still coming fourth now.
God damn it. God damn it.
I reckon they might come sixth.
Well, we'll see. It's a long season. There's still 37 games left. You never know. Mourinho might sort them out before the next game. It's unlikely, but...
I've still got some faith in Kane. As I replied to you on Twitter, I think if Son had through-balled it to Kane, it might have been 1-1, but...
I just don't... I mean, the Ali shot was not a bad shot.
No. But I'd argue neither was the Richarlison one.
Well, I think the Richarlison one was the easiest chance of the entire game. And he literally, all he had to do was take a touch, and then he could have passed it into the net, but instead he tried to chip it, and he just skied it. Like, it wasn't even close.
He did hold it down too long, but I've done that. We've all done that.
He's actually one of the most overrated players in the league.
No, he's a good player, but...
No, you can be a good player, but also be really overrated.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, somebody else replied to me on Twitter and said he was wanted by Barcelona. I was like...
They did, to be fair.
I'm like, can you imagine that? Messi would be fucking screaming at him.
It was. I think it was after his first Everton season they wanted him. Because I remember loads of people put like, Everton rejected 60 mil for Richarlison. Football's gone mad.
I don't think he's Barcelona quality. He's a good player, but I don't think he's Barcelona quality.
I guess one thing you have to bear in mind, he's like 22, 23 still, isn't he? He's still quite young.
Wouldn't know. No, you like Everton the most out of us three.
Go on.
I was Richarlison.
That's...
He's 23.
Oh, okay. He's 23.
Oh, yeah, so he's fairly young then.
And he turned 23 in March. No, in May. So,
shall we get into the first ever episode of the DAFTer Wednesday podcast?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. Please.
So, just a little explanation of the format. If you want to listen to our main topic, which we are still doing, we're still on Spotify, but it's a separate podcast. It's just Season 2, Episode 1. And then, if you still want to listen to all of the extra juicy bits that we liked to do, this is the podcast where they're going to be stored now. So, changed up the format of the extra bits that we're going to do this year. We have 3 for this episode. They may change. We're going to start with Super 6. We're going to be doing another sort of competition, see who is the best predictor. We've decided to keep Daft Dilemmas, so that section is going to be led by Niall. a little bit of a break from the football. Sometimes it'll be football related, but that's up to Niall. And then we're also going to be sticking with our Premier League fantasy, but this year we're going to be building a draft. So we're going to be doing it slightly differently. And in this particular episode, we're going to be building our draft. So we've got all of that still to come.
Nice.
Sounds alright, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not too shabby there.
Yeah.
So before I waste any more of your time, should we get straight into the Super 6?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we are recording this episode after the first game week, so we actually already had our results for the first round. So what we were going to do was just say our results for next week on here, but because we messed up, we'll tell you what we got last week, and then we'll tell you what we're going to put for next week. So I'll very quickly run over the league that we're in. So in the league, there's us three, and then we also have Reese. Those of you that are long-time listeners, you might know Reese. He did join us on a few occasions last year.
He's not very good at football, though. That's why we sacked him.
He just didn't know enough. That's the problem. The fact that last year was Niall's rookie season. He's come out of the academy straight into the first team. He's stolen Reese's place. So,
Thank you.
Reese is fuming. He's been moved to Preston, North End. How did you lads get on though last week?
Really badly. Really fucking poorly.
Really well actually. Yeah.
Shoddy.
I did about average.
I'm top, so quite happy with that. I reckon we should just end the league now. I don't really think there's much point playing on, to be honest. Just, you know.
Yeah, let's have another COVID case. Have it ended now.
Yeah. Suspend the season, hand out the trophy. I mean, it's done. I mean, yeah, my predictions were pretty good. I got the West Ham Newcastle game spot on. West Ham to lose 2-0, so I was happy with that. Didn't get Crystal Palace Southampton at all. I predicted Bournemouth to win, but I don't think anyone would have predicted 3-2. Well, actually, someone definitely did predict 3-2, but I didn't. But I got that game the right way, and I also guessed Norwich to win, but I put 2-0 and it was only 1-0. And then I actually backed Nottingham Forest to win and QPR beat them, and I actually backed Derby and Reading beat them, so it was alright. 9 points is a solid start. I'm fairly happy with that.
See, we got some similar stuff there. I didn't get any of them exact, but I had predicted West Ham to beat Newcastle just through pure optimism. I also didn't get Palace versus Southampton because I put Southampton to win 2-0. Bournemouth and Blackburn I got right, but I predicted 2-1 instead of 3-2. So I guess I was on the right lines.
Yeah.
Norwich I thought were going to batter Huddersfield, so I put 3-0. Even though it was only 1-0 in the end. And I actually backed QPR against Forest. It was a nice little 1-0 win. But then I messed up where you did, and I put Derby to beat Reading.
That's alright. You effectively guessed half of them the right winner.
Yeah.
It's not bad for a first attempt.
On the other hand, you know, you said that you're quite similar, and you guys are quite similar. You got 8 points, Card, which is just one behind George.
King Shite.
I, however, got 4 points. Because I only guessed 2 games the right way. So that's good. Newcastle, I said, would beat West Ham 1-0 instead of 2-0. I was back in Southampton, but Crystal Palace beat them 1-0. I was guessing it was going to be 3-1 to Southampton, so that's great. Bournemouth, I thought were going to win, but I thought they'd do it 2-0 instead of 3-2. And I thought that Norwich and Huddersfield might draw 1-1. Ended up just being 1-0. I too backed Nottingham Forest against QPR, like you, George, but I thought it was going to be 2-1 to Nottingham, and it was 2-0 the other way. And it seems we all messed up on the Derby game because I predicted 0-0, and it was 2-0 to Reading.
Ah, okay.
So just generally poor all round.
I guess to be fair, Derby's like, it is like the easier like shout if you're gonna go for something. Like out of like Reading and Derby.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are the on paper better team.
So in the Super 6, it's got this tiebreaker, which is when's the first goal going to be scored. And I always thought that I was going quite early, but it turns out that when you've got teams like Wolves around, it's just going to be all the goals in the game happening in the first 6 minutes, apparently.
Well, I mean, Crystal Palace's happened. Crystal Palace scored the golden goal. So it's only out of those 6 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually put 13 minutes and then changed it to 15, and it was 13. So I could have had the golden goal, but it doesn't really mean a lot. So I'm not that fast.
I've gone for 8 because like I was going to put a weird because eventually it might come up.
I mean, I've gone for 8 for next week.
Wow, great minds think alike.
I've gone for 9.
Oh, okay. So we're all in the right ballpark then.
Because the thing is, I feel like it's a bit like lottery numbers, where like you're more likely to like statistically wise, if you change your numbers, you're less likely to win. Whereas if you keep your numbers the whole time, you're more likely to win. Even obviously, like with the lottery's stupid odds.
Yeah. I mean, it's also. I mean, yeah. Eventually, your numbers will have to come up.
Whether or not it's in your lifetime.
Yeah, whereas like if you change it constantly, you're less likely to like get it because statistically it just lowers your ratio.
So what have you guys put for round 2?
Well, George, I've gone for a nice little 3-1 win for Leeds United against Fulham.
Okay. I've gone for 2-0 to Leeds.
I've gone more similar to Collard with a 4-1 to Leeds.
4-1.
I think Fulham.
Damn.
I think Fulham will get that goal because Mitrovic's got a goal in him, and I think Leeds. If Leeds are, I know obviously Liverpool played poorly defensively, but I feel like if Leeds are able to score 3 goals against Liverpool, they can easily score 3 goals against Fulham. If anything, I'm underestimating.
Different week, though.
I know it's a different week, but Fulham are shit.
What I've decided is that last week I went so low on all of my predictions that you get all these scores like 3-2 and what have you, and I'm just like, I'm not going to stand a chance because I'm always going for 1-0 or 0-0.
I love how before you started you said, it must be really easy to win $1 million.
Yeah, apparently when you only get 2 games the right way, I might stand corrected there.
In before you win $1 million later this year.
Yeah, I'm a bit jammy,
at least then
so.
we'd better turn this into a pro podcast.
Yeah.
You'd be able to buy us all the gear.
You could buy us a studio to actually record in.
That'd be alright, wouldn't it? No, there you go.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm going to spend my money on Sheffield Wednesday kits.
I've gone for a little 1-0 victory for Bournemouth over Middlesbrough. Because I was watching them against Watford, and even though Watford have, supposedly like the on paper best team in the league, they really struggled to break down Middlesbrough.
Oh.
So I think Bournemouth will get a little. I don't think Middlesbrough will win or get a draw. I don't think they'll score, but I think Bournemouth will get like a little 1-0.
I do think Middlesbrough will score, but I still think Bournemouth will score more. I've gone 2-1 to Bournemouth.
I've gone the most out there again with 3-0 to Bournemouth.
I guess
Okay.
the Middlesbrough is the fact they got Warnock in.
Warlock?
Yeah, Warlock. Now they got Warnock is like arguably the best Championship manager you could probably have. Oh, speaking of the Dark Wednesday podcast, the next game is Sheffield Wednesday versus Watford. And I've gone, this may be silly of me, but I've backed Sheffield with a little 1-0 against
Ooh. Well,
That's very silly of you.
I support Sheffield Wednesday and I haven't backed them. I've gone 2-1 to Watford.
Oh, what a plastic.
I don't support Watford now.
Who would? Who'd want to do that?
I've gone 2-0 to Watford.
See, I just feel like
2-0.
Sheffield are going to be playing for their lives this year because of the points deduction.
Yeah.
And they'll get a few random wins against the big Championship boys.
And with an attacking force like Windass and Kachunga.
Great name.
I don't know.
Literally does sound like a duo you'd get on Pro Club.
What's everyone put for the Norwich Preston?
I've backed Norwich.
I've also backed Norwich.
You'd be silly not to. I've gone for a little 2-1 Norwich.
Me too.
Oh,
2-1
so
Norwich.
have I.
Oh.
Oh,
I've
that
gone
could be
2-1,
interesting.
okay. Well, at least there's consensus on that one.
At least if Preston win that, we're all missing out.
Mm-hmm. I've gone for the same scoreline for Brentford Huddersfield.
See, I've just gone for the 2-0 to Brentford.
Oh, I've only gone for a cheeky little 1-0 to Brentford.
Ah.
I think in losing their striker, their star striker, they might not score as many. But I still think they're going to be the better team, so...
I think it depends how Tony does.
Yeah, I mean, he tore it up in League One, so hopefully he hits the ground running in the Championship.
Now, here's one that I have absolutely no idea about, but I'd like to hear you guys' predictions first. Swansea, Birmingham.
I've gone for a little 1-1 draw.
Okay.
I've gone 2-0 Swansea.
I've gone 3-1 Birmingham.
Okay, so that was very different then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, Swansea are the better team. Without a question of a doubt, Swansea are the better team.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously Birmingham got that win against Brentford last week.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
And I feel like with the Championship, you always get one or two surprise packages during the season who maybe get a playoff or just push for it. And Birmingham could be one of them.
Well, I'm glad you've gone for a draw and that I went for the sort of maybe lower odds of Birmingham because it means that only one of us three can get the 2 points from that.
I'm interested, right? So obviously Super 6 is linked to Sky Bet. What's it saying your accumulator odds are?
I've got 114 to 1.
Oh, I've got very similar with 117 to 1.
Mine's 56 to 1.
Oh, shit.
I might stick a quid on that.
That's decent. Considering my last one was 446 to 1.
Yeah, it's slightly lower this time.
Yeah, well, you've broken the 100 back.
Obviously, remember, for you listening at home, if you are going to bet responsibly.
Yeah, just don't do it.
I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say don't do it, but just,
And if you're
be
under
sensible with
18,
it.
get a parent's consent. Have them
Or
bet
just
for
get
you.
some random guy outside the bookies to go put one on for you.
Oh no. So, alright, that I think covers our little Super 6 section.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's time to hand over to Niall for a cheeky Daft Dilemmas.
Mm-hmm. The idea for this segment is just to do a quick vote, if you like, because there's only 3 of us on the regular podcast. Which way would we vote between two problems. Most of the time, this is called "Would you rather," but it's a dilemma, and it's a bit daft.
Are you drunk?
No.
Have you been drinking?
I haven't been drinking. I'm not allowed to drink anymore.
Oh,
Sorry, Grandad.
Are
you pregnant?
you get told off.
I'm not pregnant. I'm not old.
When's it due?
Moving on to the question. This week's daft dilemma is: would you rather never watch football again or never eat meat again? In other words, would you give up football or go vegetarian?
I could easily go vegetarian, so I'd watch football.
I think I could quite easily go vegetarian as well. I mean, my favourite food is probably a burger, so that'd have to change. But
I thought it was pizza.
Pizza.
No, I do like
Pizza.
pizza, but it's not my favourite. If I ever go out for a meal, I always order a burger.
Fair.
To be fair though, you keep eating margaritas.
Okay.
If you like a little pasta dish, you can have a little pasta dishes which are vegetarian.
Yeah.
You could even go meat free.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that you can have. I definitely think you could. It's sustainable if that's the style of life that you want to have.
For my first semester in my first year of uni, I went meat free.
Oh.
Someone else
Yeah.
Someone else at my uni did that as well. They just did it for a month.
I didn't do it on purpose. Like, I wasn't doing it to be like, oh, I'm going meat free for a month. It literally just because, like, at home, my sister's vegetarian, so we eat a lot of like meat substitute stuff anyway.
Mm.
Okay.
And I was living with at the time, and she is vegetarian, so I was a bit like, oh, well, I'll have like, because I do quite enjoy corn meat, so I just had like a lot of like corn mince pasta and stuff. Like, it wasn't like completely meat free. Like, I think like I might have had sausages occasionally, but like 90% of it was meat free.
Right. That's how the whole like doing so many days vegetarian was how Chris Smalling became a vegetarian, because he just started doing like 1 day a week because his wife was vegetarian, so he just started doing like 1 day a week vegetarian, and then he said like he'd wake up and he'd feel like he's got loads of energy, so then he turned it into 2 days, and now he's just full vegetarian all the time.
Yeah, like, it's not. I know obviously you get people like Piers Morgan who like lose their shit if like they have a vegan sausage roll, but like there's not really enough of a difference to like justify losing your marbles over it.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, I think meat tastes better. I think the actual thing tastes better, but for a substitute, half the stuff isn't, in my opinion anyway, that bad. It's actually quite nice. So
I'll admit, like as like so like when I'm at home, we do eat a lot of like meat substitute because of my sister, and my mum also is like kind of vegetarian now. And like you do notice when you have like an actual like beef burger, but like I don't sit there and go, oh, I really want a beef burger right now. It's just like when you go out and you have a beef burger, you go, oh, that was nice.
Mm.
what did you do now?
Well,
I mean, you were sort of vegetarian for a year anyway, weren't you? But you also went for the occasional sausage and a bit of bacon.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I decided that killing animals was a bit cruel. Not myself, like as in the meat industry.
I'm glad you clarified.
I didn't kill any animals.
That's where it starts.
That is where
You
it
kill a
starts.
cat.
I've heard that. Yeah, so...
Didn't your neighbours go missing the other day?
Shut the fuck up. My neighbour actually did go missing, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You knew that. I did tell you all that,
No,
right?
you didn't.
That's why you brought it up.
No, you didn't, actually.
No, my neighbour went missing.
I didn't know
Do you
this.
remember I said that I was with the police
Yeah.
in the chat? That's because
Yeah.
they were breaking into the neighbour's house because he'd gone missing for like a few months. That's mad. So, I decided that I wanted to go vegetarian, so my mum, changed up all her all her weekly shops. She went and bought only the finest vegetarian food for me. And then at school, I was just having sausages and shit. Because I was like, I didn't really understand it, so she found this out, and there was hell to pay.
I love this story.
But
Every time.
What's she doing? She found out.
start cooking me again.
Oh, I don't know if she gave you a bollocking or something.
I
Niall,
can't remember.
we've been eating all this fucking corn, mate, because of you.
I don't even know if that. I don't know how long that's existed for. I think at the time we were just literally just having vegetables.
Oh, fair.
That's some sort of peasant.
To be fair, no wonder back in the day no one wanted to be vegetarian.
Mm-hmm. I think, despite my brief stint as a vegetarian, and at the moment, I'm on a little diet, and that involves a lot of meat substitutes just to take down the calories. And I found that they're really decent, so I'm enjoying it. And on top of that, I think if everyone just gave up a bit of meat, then that would be good for the environment. But
Oh, soppy.
yeah, but
You could save the ice caps. Jeez. We love the ice caps so much. Why don't you marry them?
shut up.
Greta Thunberg would love you.
Anyway, despite all that, I'd actually give up football because I just love meat too much.
I bet you do.
I do. So, 2-1 to you guys with your football.
To be fair, you haven't got the same connection like football.
No, I haven't. I'm quite new to it, and the thing is, as much as I really wanted to watch the Liverpool-Leeds match, I didn't. Despite the fact that I'm in the north and there's a lot of Leeds fans here. So, it would have been interesting to go to the pub and watch that. I'd like to say I didn't go because of the coronavirus, but actually I just never
Couldn't
went.
be asked.
Yeah. What I was actually doing was editing the first one of this podcast, and then it crashed, and I deleted it after editing nearly an hour, and then I had a massive hissy fit, and then I just didn't want to do anything, and it was just gone half time, and I was like, well, I can't go to the fucking pub now either, and I nearly threw my laptop through the window. But, yeah.
This is so typical as well.
It is. It was shit. So I hope the listeners appreciate this, because I hope there's listeners.
And we hope that you will stick around and listen to the third part of this podcast.
Yes, we will
that's
be doing our draft fantasies.
Oh, daft
Yeah.
draft.
Daft draft indeed.
Why did you just say daft draft?
Don't know.
I'm just going to finish it off and say it, a daft draft. That's the
Yeah.
correct way to say it.
Draft. That is how you're supposed to say, yeah.
It's not. But
It is.
it's okay. I'm the one who studies linguistics, but you guys just carry on saying daft.
It's fine. You're the one that's from the north, so you're just wrong.
I'm literally not from the north.
Yeah, actually, ironically, you are born further south than all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 4 of us are literally born in the same hospital, so some of us might be born a few meters further south.
And that's why Niall's a Tory.
I'm not a Tory. How does this draft work then?
Very good question, Niall. So in 3 minutes, we'll enter the draft room. Our names all pop up, and we'll effectively take it in turns to build our team. So I believe it works where you effectively have you have an order, but then it reverses each order. So it'll be person 1, person 2, person 3, and then it'll be person 3, person 2, person 1. So that's how it's mixed up. And you effectively just have to build a team of 11 plus a bench of 4. So the same as normal. There's no price. You don't have to worry about
budget.
So you could literally just pick the best players. Oh, but obviously the difference is that if I pick a player, none of you guys can have him unless you trade. So we've turned on trades for this league, and effectively, if I have a player that George wants, and George has a player that I want, he can offer a trade deal, and we can switch them.
So like for example, like George could have Werner, and I could have Pogba in my team, and even though they don't play the same positions, we could trade them over. And I could get a striker that I want, and George could get a midfielder he might need.
Yeah, in theory.
Yeah.
If a player doesn't get picked, then they're sort of just free range. So if they don't get picked now and you decide you want them later, as long as nobody else tries to pick them on the same week as you, you can get them uncontested. I think that there is a way. I think if you pick, you have to order which players you want to prioritize on a trading week, and if somebody else prioritizes them higher, they'll get them ahead of you.
Okay.
Jeez.
So if you want a player urgently, then you have to get in for him quickly. But I guess here we go. I hope you're all in the draft room.
I am.
Oh, I am. Is there, you know how with the normal Premier League thing, the Premier League one, you have limits on players from clubs. Is there the same limits in this?
Oh, I don't know actually.
Guess we'll find out.
Oh, so I'm picking first apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I want? I have an idea. I think if I don't go for this guy, I'll be an idiot.
Oh, you fucker.
Kevin De Bruyne. It had to be him. It had to be him. You're up next, George.
I know I'm up next. Well, you've taken the one I really wanted. I'm going to assume Niall really wanted him as well. And I know Niall's going to go for... so I'm going to cut Niall here and go for Salah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's probably not the most stupid thing in the world.
Weirdly, I'm going to go past my... straight past the guy that I thought was going to be Golden Boot, straight past the other guy, and go for one that you chose, Collard, just for that. I'm going to take Sterling.
Interesting choice.
I believe you also get the next pick as well, Niall.
It seems I do. So I shall also take... Oh, man. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
It is, isn't it? And you've got the time countdown as well.
I'm going to hope that he keeps taking penalties and take Fernandes.
Oh, you fucker. That's literally what I was going to go for next.
Oh, I love that.
He's gone. No, that's my option. You know what? I feel like it's going to be important to get a really good striker in this. I'm thinking of strikers, so you got... Oh, who is a striker I would quite like? Do you know what? I got him in my normal fantasy, so I'm going to bring him into this. I'm going to get Werner as my next pick.
Interesting. I am going to go for Virgil van Dijk, because he's probably one of the highest scoring centre-backs. And then I'm going to look for a striker, and then I've got most positions covered. Oh, do I go for the man that I think is going to get the golden boot? If he has a good season, he'll score me a lot of points. Didn't have a good first game. I should point out that, we're doing this a little bit late. So the first games of the season have already started. But it won't affect our league.
It's typical daft.
It really is. You'd think we'd be more organised by now. But I am going to go with Harry Kane. I think that's just the smart option. I
was tempted to go for him, just kind of would annoy you if I had him in my team.
You know what? I wouldn't have been that fussed.
My only issue with him would have been injuries. Because I don't know if
obviously you can trade him out.
Yeah. But then, if he gets an injury, I guess, yeah. For mine, I'm going to go the same route as you, where you picked a defender, and I'm going to pick Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, it was always going to be him, wasn't it?
Not a bad choice, but I'm going to have to take Aubameyang.
Oh, okay.
And then, is this risky? I feel like I should probably take Ederson.
Ooh. Interesting.
I don't know how much difference goalkeepers make in this.
I've already had one Liverpool defender, and I'm very worried if I don't get the other Liverpool defender I want right now, that one of you, well, George will probably get him in one of his two coming up. So Robertson is my next pick.
Damn. Yeah, I'd have probably gone for him. I'm already stuck, actually, at who I want. Because I was actually going to go for Aubameyang, because he counts as a midfielder, weirdly. So I'm going to go for the other one that's a striker that counts as a midfielder. That's Mason Greenwood.
Oh.
And I think... I don't know how fussed I am with defenders, because there's actually quite a few decent ones. But I should have waited. I'll have given myself a little bit more time. Who have we got? Just waiting for a city name to jump out on me. That's not a bad one. Probably not going to go for them, actually. Oh, I do have an idea. He didn't play that well tonight, but there's always time. I'm going to go for Havertz.
Oh.
And I feel like there might be a really obvious one, a really obvious player that I should have picked there. But all the ones that I was thinking of have sort of gone.
I'm going to fill out my spine right now of my team. And I'm going to go for a goalkeeper who I know is going to get plenty of clean sheets this year. And that is Nick Pope.
Hey.
Wow. So far I've just got 3 midfielders and a goalkeeper.
It's nice and balanced, that.
Yeah. I do quite like going down the midfielder route, though. In my team I always play 5 midfielders.
All I'm saying is I've got the worst position in this draft.
It's because you don't get 2 back-to-back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be better if it was a little bit more random, but obviously we can't control that.
Can't know you're picking. You got 30 seconds left. I don't want to put the pressure on you, but...
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, the time is going down. I don't want you to make a silly pick.
I don't actually know if he's going to do that well, but so far he's done alright. I think I'm going to have to take Jamie Vardy while he's still going.
Oh, damn you. He was on my list.
And then, weirdly, this is a weird one. I know that Collard rates him. I'm going to go for Tarkowski.
Oh, you fucker. That was going to be my third centre-back. Oh.
I love how we're literally just pissing each other off. We're just cucking each other.
I guess, to be fair, my only worry
There's so many that I would have gone for.
My only worry Tarkowski is the link with West Ham. Because if he moves from Burnley to West Ham, he's not getting as many clean sheets.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Niall.
But I'm going to choose another player who plays in claret and blue. Arguably, the best player who plays in claret and blue
No.
in the Premier League. I'm going to go for Jack Grealish.
Oh, no, okay, yes. That's fine. I really thought he was going to say Declan Rice, and I was just...
No,
I was going to say noble.
no. If you choose a DM as one of your midfielders, there's something wrong with you.
Now, I don't really know what I want to do here. I think I'm going to go for Willian.
Not a bad shout.
Jimenez.
Oh, Jimenez.
I have no idea what my team looks like currently.
You know what?
You have to scroll down.
Oh, yeah, I can see it now. That's alright, actually. It's looking
I was
okay.
panicking, so I couldn't see it.
I might have cucked myself a little bit because I've gone for... I've only got one forward right now, so I'm probably going to give forward
I've only got one forward too.
in this round.
Maybe I can nick some forwards before you have your round. But would we rate the same forwards?
Probably.
I've got him on my team because I've just played my wild card, fun fact, on Fantasy, even though it's week 2. And I've already got 85 points with my team. But I'm going to take Martial.
That's a very good shout.
I was my pick.
Oh, shit. Shit, it's your... Shit.
Oh, no.
Martial.
Oh,
He's
no.
done me. Are you going to do that? Are
Go
you
on,
going
do
to
it.
take him?
Do you know what? Because it's banter.
You
Martial.
prick. Oh my god, I can't believe I've done this.
That's fucking brilliant.
Oh, it's funny.
He's raging. You can hear
I've
it in
actually
his
done you
voice.
there.
That's
Can't
funny,
believe you've
but
done
it's the meme where he's crying underneath the smiling mask.
Oh, fuck. Well. Shit.
No, I'm not putting any pressure on you, but you've got 50 seconds to choose.
Yeah, I know.
And I've just chosen your top choice for striker.
Alright. Can I have to scroll down to get West Ham players? I don't think I'll bother. Despite his shot in the last game, I'm gonna take Richarlison.
That's a good shout.
That is quite a good
It's
shout.
alright. I think there's probably still a few that you guys would pick over him.
I think
I was kind of
obviously,
tempted.
because there's only the 3 of us. I think at the end we're all going to still have quite good teams, but obviously someone's is definitely going to be better.
Yes.
I mean, that is how it works. So, pat on the back for
It
me.
is. And then I'm going to take... Is it Bowley?
Bolly.
Bully.
Yeah.
He is decent.
And you know what? I'm going to go for a frightening front three in this. And if this player can stay injury free for 75% of the season, this could be a stroke of genius. And I'm going to pick Aguero.
Good shout. Very good shout. I'm surprised this player that I'm about to pick is still here. Sadio Mane.
Oh fuck! I forgot about him.
Golden Boot winner. And then I need to pick another striker, and then I only have to focus on the defence after that. But I don't really know who I want. I have 2 good strikers, so actually, maybe I won't bother. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. Defenders, though. Oh, I don't know if I could bring myself to pick an Arsenal defender.
Are you looking at Gabriel?
Gabriel is the top one. I think he had a good game, but I don't know if that's...
I think one thing you have to bear in mind is he scored a goal, so his points are slightly inflated off that first game.
I'm actually... I really... This is hard coming from a Tottenham player, a Tottenham supporter. I wish I was a Tottenham player. Anyway,
When did you join?
Well, yeah, unlike Reese, I didn't get scout in. Didn't get trials at Arsenal, so
In other words, your dad didn't pay.
basically. Anyway, I've got 15 seconds. I need to pick. I'm gonna go with Maitland-Niles. I actually really rate Maitland-Niles, so yeah,
That's not too bad.
that was difficult for me to say.
Do you know what? It's quite annoying because I kind of want to go for this defender, but I feel like after I watched them play the other day, I wasn't that impressed with them. So I don't know if I'm going to go for them. Joel, fuck it, I'm going to go Doherty.
Okay.
I might regret that.
I'm going to go down the defence route as well in this turn. And I'm going to start with Gabriel. Weirdly, I'm going to try and get a monopoly on the top goalkeepers here and take Alisson.
It's not a bad shout. Well, you see, I think there's someone who people are going to wind up forgetting. Yeah, something in the water that I think people are going to be forgetting about has joined the Premier League. And I think could do quite well. And that is Donny van der Beek.
I was wondering about him.
I don't think that's a good shout.
Oh,
You don't?
No, I think he'll be a good player in a couple of seasons. I don't think he'll be good this season.
Well, one thing to bear in mind, no player won more penalties last season than Donny van der Beek.
Okay, it's beared in mind. And I'm going to ignore that because who cares?
Oh, sorry, Ard.
Wasn't in the Premier League. I'm going to go for Lucas Digne. And then I really don't know because I need another centre-back still. Or, well, not necessarily a centre-back, but a defender. Oh, can I really bring... I was looking at one in particular, but I don't think... Oh, bollocks. Do I go for Eric Dyer just for the full-on banter?
You may as well. To be fair, I don't know if I want to give that a hint.
Kieran Tierney. The second best Scottish left-back in the Premier League.
I can agree with that. He is the one who starts at centre-back for Scotland.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't even play left-back.
I'm going to go for another defender. And I need to make sure I select the right one, because they both got there's two players of the same... There's three players of the same name. I'm going to go for Reece James.
I was just looking at him, but I think his has been as well inflated by the fact that he scored.
I sort of thought, like... Because obviously for all the fun with fancies, on the whole, unless from a team that keeps clean sheets, you go for fullbacks.
Yeah. Fullbacks are the way to go.
Yeah, I was tempted to go him or Chilwell, but I think James is a little bit better, controversially.
oof. I'm having the problem here where the number of names of players I know is steadily decreasing. I just don't know who's going to have a good season.
He's only got 8 seconds.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what happens if you don't pick someone. Ali.
I've gone for Dele Alli.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know how much of a panic that was.
That is a little bit of a panic.
Enjoy picking up points for 4 games in a row. And then nothing for the rest of the season. At least you can just get rid of him.
Oh, right. Go on. What's happening with Ali? What have I missed?
Well, he's not very consistent.
But he usually has about 4 good games.
Ah, I see. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get any points.
But it's like in those 4 games, he'll be one of the best players in the league.
It normally starts around the time we've got to play West Ham. And then normally lasts until we play the Man U or Chelsea. And then after that, he goes on holiday.
Well, as like Mourinho said, he's a shit trainer.
Yes. He really is. He's a funny guy, though. Like, some of his conversations...
To be fair, it makes me laugh.
What's your top 3 chocolate bars? No, serious question.
I'm
Why'd you
gonna
talk
have
green?
to.
We're putting off Niall. He's thinking of
I'm
chocolate
gonna have to
bars.
take. I'm gonna have to take my last forward, and I really don't know if it's a good idea, but he might be phenomenal, and that's Danny Ings.
I thought you'd go for him. He was on my list. I'm going to go for
Do you know
Calvert-Lewin.
what?
Oh, it's not my
In a
guy.
similar, yeah.
He was going to be my next one.
In a similar vein, I was thinking Antonio as one of mine. Because obviously he ended the season so well, but I don't think he'll carry on this year.
I think if anyone's going to score goals for West Ham, it's going to be Antonio.
Well, I'd imagine it's probably more likely to be Bowen.
Well, that's because you got that bet with Reece that you want him to score more goals.
Yeah, then Pepe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the bet for those listening at home. It's who's going to score more goals and between Bowen and Pepe.
And for my next pick, I can't do it just based on one game. I was going to go Rodriguez, but I can't force myself to do it just based off one game. He played quite well. I'm going to go for a little bit of a left field shout.
The left winger.
And he does actually play on the left wing. And I'm going for Dwight McNeil.
That's not the most stupid pick, to be fair.
To be fair, literally everything at Leicester goes through him. Not Leicester, Burnley goes through him.
He looks like he's going to Leicester. So,
well, that means he'd probably do even better.
So I will take Calvert-Lewin because I hadn't taken him. So I now need a midfielder and two goalkeepers. No, a defender and two goalkeepers. I'm kind of tempted to just wait on the... Well, actually, no, I will take a goalkeeper because you only need one good goalkeeper. Do I go for, in Reese's opinion, the best goalkeeper in the league, Leno?
Do you mean Germany's best goalkeeper?
Oh, sorry, yeah. I don't know who's going to have a good season. Dean Henderson is a very interesting shout if he starts. But I don't think he will.
I don't think he's going to start unless De Gea gets an injury. Or unless De Gea is playing really badly, consistently, this season. And by that I mean he'd have to play badly for 5-6 games in a row.
I'm going to wait on the goalkeeper and I'm going to just take my last defender. And that last defender is going to be Castagni for Leicester.
Castagna.
Castagna, sorry.
You're so English with how you pronounce names.
I know.
I'm going to go and eat some lasagna.
It's funny you say that, George. It's almost as if I am English.
Yeah, we have to have that cultural pronunciation. Which, to be fair, I could just be wrong.
Pronunciation.
I just have to hear somebody say it first. If I have to read it, I'll say it wrong. If I hear somebody else say it, then I'll be fine. Like with Doherty, I thought it was Doherty, but it's not Doherty because it's not a CK.
I thought it was Doherty.
It's not like you're docking a ship though. There's no C or K in it, so it's Doherty.
I feel like a lot of pundits were calling him Doherty though.
They were, which means they were wrong.
It was Doherty.
But speaking of Doherty and defenders, I'm going to pick my last defender, and I'm going to go for another new transfer in the Premier League, and go for Nathan Ake.
That's a good shout.
I was eyeing him up, to be fair.
He'll definitely start.
Quickly nab my last midfielder before...
My other thoughts on him is he can play left back as well.
It's difficult because there's two people still above him in terms of the most picked, but the most picked isn't always the best.
You have to bear in mind as well, City, United, Villa and Burnley haven't played yet.
Yeah, but Mahrez was pretty good, you see, last season when he played, though, because they've got a lot of depth, so they've got all this rotation. But then would I go for someone like Pepe, who will play and is decent?
I don't think he will play this year very much. I think Willian will start ahead of him.
But then it's him, Mahrez, or Pogba. Or literally any of these people. Rodriguez I could take a punt on, considering I would like to see Everton do well. But will they? Well, 15 fucking seconds.
You got 10 seconds, right?
Shit. Am I going to panic? Yes, I am.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Go for James Rodriguez.
Fair. I was tempted to pick him, but I didn't know, like, based off one game, whether I'd want to do that.
Who knows how well he'll do.
He did look very good.
He looked good, but he only got 3 points on this.
Credit to Everton, they looked organised. And that's the most important thing. Like, you could actually tell what formation they were playing. Spurs, I had fucking no idea.
Credit to Spurs, they didn't give up.
They didn't turn up.
Oh. Oh.
You're about to say you can't give up when you're already not trying.
Literally, the Spurs admin tweeted, "Oh, it's good to be back," and then within 3 hours, everyone's like, "No, it's fucking not." I was actually so excited for this season, and to go out and lose to Everton is fucking disappointing. Oh, and also the second striker that we're looking at, Milik, looks like he's going to Juventus or Roma.
I read as well, apparently you're interested in re-signing Llorente.
Oh, that's just classic bit of Spurs transfer news, that.
No, don't be that guy. We've got 20 seconds left for your last pick.
Mate.
I think it's your last pick.
My penultimate pick. I'm going to go for Kyle Walker.
That's not a bad shout.
Unfortunately, I don't know where he plays.
I think
right back.
I don't think that's a good shout, because he can't start on the pitch at the moment. He keeps getting sent off.
Well, he's just passionate.
He's also a top shagger.
He ain't no Mason Greenwood.
No, he's not.
Or Phil Foden.
I've got 2 picks left. You know what? I think my team's already looking pretty good. So, it's one of 2 players I want to go for. One of them is more likely to get assists than the other. So, to represent my club, I'm going to go for Bowen.
Okay.
I was really tempted to get Souček.
My penultimate pick is going to be David De Gea. And my last pick is going to be Dean Henderson. Because I figure if one of them's not playing, the other one will be. I can only score points with one of them at a time. So,
ironically as well, you've picked a former Sheffield United goalkeeper. I'm going to pick a current Sheffield United goalkeeper and go Ramsdale.
That's a good shot.
Sticking with the Sheffield United theme, my last player is going to be Stevens.
Okay. Interesting.
That's very interesting.
That's a nice team. I am now just looking at how I'm going to start it.
Mine's done it exactly how I want it, I think.
Mine almost did.
I can't change my team round. It might be because I'm doing it on the laptop.
I think mine is pretty much how I'd play it.
I'm going to see if I can access mine on my phone.
Wonder. I'll have a look. See if there are any trades that you can do.
Alright. I'm going to save my team.
So do you want to read out your teams so everyone at home knows exactly what we've got?
Okay.
I'll go first if you want. So I'm playing a lovely 3-5-2. Got David De Gea in goal. Got Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Van Dijk and Lucas Digne in defence. Got Willian, Kevin De Bruyne, Mason Top Shagger Greenwood, Kai Havertz and Sadio Mane in midfield. And then up front I have Kane and another striker that's also better than Aubameyang, Jimenez. And then on the bench I have Dean Henderson, another striker that's better than Aubameyang, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Tierney, and how do you say the last one, George? Castagna.
Castagna.
There you go.
It's like lasagna.
That's how you say it. Like lasagna. Maybe I'll just call him lasagna from now on. That'll work. Yeah, there you go. That's my team.
And as the number 2 draft pick, my team is Ramsdale in goal, who obviously I was going to go for Pope, but Sheffield are playing Villa, so he's more likely to get a clean sheet, whereas Pope's playing against Leicester.
More of a clean sheet than Greenwood's had in the last week.
Holy shit.
I've gone for 3-4-3. So I've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson and Ake starting as my back 3. Then a midfield 4 of Salah, Grealish, Van der Beek and Bowen. And a front 3 of Aguero, Werner and Martial.
Damn.
With Pope, McNeil, James, and Doherty on my bench.
I think your team sounds very nice. I'm not sure about your bench, but your team's very nice.
I can always switch them out as well. No? Hello?
Okay. So, in goal, I currently have Edison with a back three, and I'm playing a 3-5-2 here, like George, of Stevens, Walker, and Gabrielle. Well, the George is playing a 3-5-2. My midfield.
So angrily.
Oh, I'm sorry. My midfield of Sterling, Bruno Fernandes, Aubameyang, Ali, and Rodriguez. And up front, we've got Vardy and Richarlison. And my bench is Alisson, Bolly, Ings, and Tarkowski.
It's not bad. What you have Tarkowski on your bench?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's playing Leicester.
that's so funny.
Who did you have starting?
He'd be Collard's
Why are you so angry?
He'd be
I'm
George's
not
first pick.
I've got Walker, Gabrielle, and Stephen. I've got Stephen starting in front of him because they're playing Villa. So,
I'll write that then. I'll give you that.
when they're having a hard matchup, they'll be swapped out. Like, I nearly started Bolly over Walker. But considering I've got Sterling, I'm kind of hoping Man City will win.
Oh, yeah, this is something I was going to say earlier. You know when you were discussing Dyer, George?
Yeah.
I was going to say, well, obviously Dyer's a defender in this game, isn't he?
Maybe.
I was going to say, if you've gone for Dyer, he gets the stuff that midfielders get, but as a defender.
Well, he's going to play. He's going to play in centre back.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
He told Mourinho he wants to play centre back, so
it makes sense because he's fucking shit in midfield.
he's fucking shit defence as well, mate. So it doesn't make a difference.
He's just shit.
Oh, when he's on his day, he's so good, but his day is less than Ali's day.
Do you know, I've got quite a few of my players in my normal fantasy as well, because I've just played my wild card. Already, despite the fact that I have 85 points from last
75.
week.
Oh, it is 85, bollocks.
I've already played it, and I've gone for Edison with a back three of Van Dijk, Gabriel, and Bolly. And then I've got Mendy, Aubameyang, De Bruyne, and Fernandes as my central four. And then I've got Martial, Carroll, and Bamford. So I've actually gone for
Carroll?
Yeah, because I think he'll play.
He'll play because he started against us. Apparently,
Yeah.
I work with a Newcastle fan. He was saying like Carroll's been banging him in pre-season. The issue you have with Carroll though is he could quite easily pick up an injury in the next game.
Yeah. I've also got Bamford up front there, and he's a Leeds player, and I'm very surprised in myself for choosing I almost chose one in the draft, just because of how well they did in that game. If you guys who actually watched it want to discuss that at all?
They played well, but I think a big part of them playing that well was also Liverpool was shit defensively.
I mean, both teams were horrific defensively. I mean, when you think that Van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold Trent... Wait, no, Trent Alexander-Arnold... He's got too many names. When you consider... As Mourinho would say, it's too long, man. Yeah, when you consider they're supposed to be two of the best defenders in the league and then they're making those mistakes... Yeah, it was always going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, and like I think a fairer result would have been a 1-1 draw because like they had good goals, but so many of the goals were just defensive howlers from either side.
An even fairer result would have been a 3-2 win to Leeds.
I wouldn't agree with that.
I mean, I'm happy that Salah scored a hat trick because I had him as my captain.
I'm so annoyed. I was going to put him in, and for some reason, I don't know what I was thinking. I put Aubameyang in. I don't know what I was thinking.
He got 7 points.
He got 7, yes, but he didn't get. I'd have got 40 if I'd have put Salah in.
To be honest, I just completely forgot Salah existed. Because I was debating between Aubameyang and De Bruyne the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
My plan was to start Salah and then switch him out for De Bruyne. Because De Bruyne's cheaper.
Yeah.
But now what I've ended up doing is thinking, well, I might as well keep Aubameyang because he's playing against West Ham, so he'll probably score. Get the 2 transfers and then switch out 2 midfielders at the same time rather than just one. So
that's not a bad shout, actually.
I mean, Aubameyang will probably score. It's the fact that he's basically a striker in midfield that means he'll score points. So
yeah, it's the same as Salah. Because I know he's not the striker, but
yeah, well, he's the main goal scorer, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that fantasy league isn't going to be our main one this year. The draft one is going to be the competition one, but I think it's fair to say we'll probably still talk about our normal one as well, because there's still a little bit of pride among us. Like we all still want to win it. So yeah, it's still us 3 in it, and then it's also Reese and your girlfriend Niall.
Mm-hmm.
Beep, beep, beep.
Wow, your girlfriend's called Noel.
Yeah.
But
that's why I chose her. So, are we all happy with our draft picks, our draft teams?
Yeet.
Yes, I'm happy.
Me too.
I'm very happy.
Oh, actually, I'm a little bit disgusted in myself because I just had a look and I realised I've only picked 1 Spurs player.
Even I've picked a Spurs player.
Yeah, but I've picked 3 Arsenal players.
Oof.
So, I'm going to just go and... Oh, maybe you can't leave that in.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't got a single Arsenal player.
You haven't got a single Arsenal player. You're probably the sanest person.
I don't know. I've got 1 Spurs player in there.
How many West Ham players?
Just the 1.
Well, that's 1 more than us, right?
Yeah, but this one, if he kicks off, it could be one of the bargains of the season for this draft.
If he kicks off?
Yeah.
Why can he score from a halfway line?
No, but he likes a little chip.
A little kick-off joke.
Occasionally. A little chip.
Me too. Fish and chips. Really fucking good.
We're not sponsored by Fish and Chips, but we wish we were.
That's so good.
Other fish and chips
confirm.
shops are available.
I'm going to bleep it anyway because it kind of gives away my location. Right, so shall we roll the end credits, George?
Yeah. So that's been this week's episode of the DAFTer Wednesday podcast. We hope you enjoyed our slightly new and improved format. I say slightly new. It is our new format.
It's not really improved, is it?
I mean, it's better than having a 1 hour 30 podcast all in one go. It gives people the choice to...
It's meant to make them shorter.
Listen to the bits that they want to listen to. So I'd say it's improved.
The main podcast this week turned out to be 1 hour and 8 minutes, and I think this one's going to be similar. But, oh well.
You win some and you lose some.
Like I said in the actual podcast, and like I said at the beginning of this, we are aiming to make them shorter so that they are easier to listen to. So that will be our...
We just love football too much.
Our end goal. But yeah, we love football too much. we could happily talk about football. Well,
until West Ham win the Premier League.
Which will never happen. Never in my lifetime.
Probably not, unfortunately, George. Maybe the Championship, though.
I reckon even winning a major trophy won't happen in my lifetime.
Oh no, well, they'll fluke their way to one trophy. Like they've won stuff in the last 100 years. They'll win stuff in the next 100.
I don't know. It depends if these
Same can be said for Sheffield Wednesday.
It depends if this American consortium comes in time.
Yeah. So hopefully you join us again for the DAFTer Wednesday podcast next week. If not, hopefully we see you just on the Daft Wednesday podcast. So that's it from us. I've been George. I've been joined by George.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right, mate. And I've also been joined by Niall.
Goodbye.
And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Clap to sync audio. One person didn't clap there.
No, I did clap, but I was trying not to do it too loud. Yeah, it picked up on the mic. It's because I'm in his room, so I didn't want to clap too loud. But I got. Okay. I looked at the mic and it picked up on the mic. I literally put my hands right next to it just to make sure.
In case their parents think you're doing just one fab.
Yeah, they're like, "Why the fuck's he clapping in there?" He's not there, so what's he clapping?
Oh my god.